Good afternoon, everyone. Don't know where to start. I just wanted to come on and have a chat. I feel a bit like crap today. Um, I'll tell you why. Sorry that the wardrobe door is open. The cat manages to get it open. I don't know how. It's Saturday the 14th today. I I got paid the other day. The plan was I was like vlogging this week, and I was like, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get like some little Christmassy bits. I'm gonna get some stuff for the house, some stocking fillers and things like that. And then obviously I don't know if I've mentioned, but like I'm having trouble sleeping, so that's already been dealt with by the doctors. Everything's like getting sorted. But excuse me. Wednesday night came around and me and Lenny got into bed, and again, like I was like, oh, I can't sleep very well. So I was like, oh, I'll just go in the living room and I'll like play some games on my phone, or I'll watch some videos or something till I fall asleep. And it got round to about maybe like 3 in the morning, and I was like, oh, I feel like really tired, but I can't sleep. And I don't know if I've mentioned, I was getting these pains in my side, like in my back, but like the side, for the last few weeks, like on and off. It literally just like was like a pain, and then it would go, and I didn't really think much of it. But anyway, it got to about maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, and this pain started, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. And I thought, oh, maybe it's because I've just been sitting on the sofa in like a weird position. Like I'll go to bed and I'll lie down. Got into bed, lay on my right side, which was the side that was hurting, lay on my left side, lay on my back, and it just wouldn't stop. So I thought, right, I'll just go back in the living room, because otherwise I'm going to wake Lenny up from like tossing and turning. So I went back in the living room and I like lay on the sofa, and I must have fallen asleep for about 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that. And I woke up in absolute agony. Like, oh, I can't even describe it. It was like a cramping pain on the right hand side, but more like towards me ribs. And then at its worst, it would go to the top of me back in the middle. And I just was in agony. I started crying. I couldn't, like, I was crying that much. I was hysterical. I couldn't really like catch my breath. And it went on like that for maybe like an hour or so, and I couldn't even like shout to wake Lenny up. So I ended up ringing Lenny's phone, and he woke up and he came in and he was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I was like, my back really hurts. I didn't really know what to do. So we rang 111, and he like answered some questions for them, and he put me on. I don't know why. I was useless. I was just sat there crying basically. Like I was gripping onto the chair like in the living room, and just rocking myself back and forwards, because I thought if this might help with the pain. I don't know. I was just rocking myself. Put me on the phone. I answered some questions, and then the bloke was like, right, okay, I'm going to send an ambulance out to you. I put Lenny back on the phone. Anyway, the ambulance came, the paramedics came out, and they were like asking us, what had happened. And I was like, look, my back really hurts. I've never felt this much pain, even though like I've had little bits of pain in my side. Like, it's never been this bad. I can't get comfortable. I can't sleep. Like, I don't know what's going on. So they took us to hospital. It's the first time I've actually been in like rode in an ambulance, if I'm honest. I was quite worried, but they took us to hospital. Lenny came with us, and they gave me gas and air while I was in the ambulance, and they then gave us some paracetamol as I was leaving, which I'm assuming that's all I can really give. So I got in, put us in a room. I was then given some codeine, and they were like trying to like assess what was going on. So they tried to take some blood. So they tried to take blood out my right arm, couldn't get anything out of there. So they took blood out of my hand, which is now starting to bruise. they could hardly take any blood from us basically. So they took the bloods and stuff, and they were like, right, okay, we need like a sample from you, like a urine sample. And I was like, right, okay. And this nurse came in and she was like asking loads of questions and stuff. And she ended up giving us some liquid morphine. Oh my god, I've never felt relief like it. The pain just went. It did keep coming back with like a vengeance every few minutes or so, but the pain just subsided and I could just like lay back for a minute in the bed. So they did that. I ended up giving them a sample of my wee, and then they came back a little while later. They had to do an x-ray of my chest and like my abdomen area just to see what was going on. They came back a little while later and they were like, look, most of the blood tests have come back, but the main two that we need haven't, because there's some like, we got that little sample of blood from you, it's like the blood just went bad apparently, I don't know. So they had to do it again. So they basically said that what they thought it was my gallbladder. So they think that it's gallstones from what the pain is and stuff like that, because I was feeling sick and like I didn't know. I thought I'm in that much pain and I've cried so much I just feel sick, but it was me stomach as well. So they think it is that. But anyway, they had to check to make sure I didn't have pancreatitis as well. So they took some more blood out of me left arm. I was like praying to the gods. I think she tried again in my right arm and it didn't work. She tried in my left arm and she couldn't find anything, and then she tried again. She like tried up here. Was it? Yeah, like here. And then she tried like in my actual like ditch. And I was just sitting there and I was like, please get some blood, because I know that at a certain point, if they need to take blood from you and they can't get it out of your arms or your hands or wherever, they'll try from your feet, and that's supposed to be really, really, really painful. So I was just like praying to the gods that they managed. She managed to take some blood, and it was just from there, it was just waiting and stuff. I really desperately wanted to get the cannula out of my hand because it was just in my hand. And she was like, no, we'll have to leave it in just in case we need to give you any more like morphine or fluids or anything like that. And I was like, right, okay. And then we're in there for about 6 hours. It didn't feel like 6 hours to me. Probably for Lenny it did, because obviously he wasn't like in pain or taking any morphine or painkillers or anything like that. Like, so he was sat there just waiting. So yeah, that's what we did. We ended up just sitting there waiting, watching like TikTok videos and stuff like that, and just trying to like subside the pain really. Luckily all the tests came back fine. There was no sign of infection or anything. So I ended up being sent home with some painkillers. The strongest painkillers they could give me was not morphine. I wish they'd give us morphine. Was codeine. It's making me really itchy, mainly my scalp. My scalp is so itchy from taking it. We got home and we slept pretty much most of the day. I was gutted because I really wanted to like go out. I wanted to go out and get all these things and, you know, just have a nice day and stuff, and I haven't been able to. And it's really like I was in like such a good streak with my mental health. Like I was getting up and I was doing all the housework and stuff like that. And like for the last few days I haven't been doing anything. And I mean, not that the house is like a shithole or anything like that, but obviously there's things that I want to do and I feel exhausted. The codeine obviously makes you tired anyway. It's been making us like feel really itchy, and I've got like a really dry mouth. But it's mainly like my scalp and things like that. Like I had a bath last night and I washed my hair. I thought that the hot water would like help with the pain, but if anything, it made it worse. But I did manage to get some sleep. Like it's probably the first night after, but like for a long while that I've being able to like sleep in the bed with Lenny and kind of, you know, just crack on basically. But yeah, that's kind of how my week's gone. Not really too pleasant or eventful. I've got some new medication coming for my anxiety and depression. That should be in the post. I think it's going to arrive Monday. So I'll let you know how that goes and like a mental health update. But for the time being, I just hope this goes away. They've said that they're gonna send out a letter for an appointment for an ultrasound to check everything in my gallbladder. See if there is gallstones, I think. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just taking painkillers and resting. Basically, I feel so tired. Like I'm taking painkillers and then I end up feeling exhausted anyway. But the pain from me side, it's constant. Like it's always there. But at its worst, it's just not very nice. So yeah, I'm hoping, because we've not got much longer. I can't talk. We haven't got long left until Christmas, so I'm hoping that I'm not like this for Christmas, because obviously gallstones can be caused by like fatty foods and stuff like that. So the night before, on the Wednesday, we'd had like lamb grills and curly fries and stuff like that, and she was just like, yeah, that's probably kind of like what's triggered it, if they're already there. Like they get stuck in like the duct in your gallbladder basically, and that's what causes the pain, because it's trying to get rid of this stuff and it can't. So I can't really eat like fatty foods basically. I know that sounds gross, like why would you want to eat fatty foods, but everything's got like a certain content of fat in it. And obviously like turkey and stuffing and just Christmassy stuff, like I want to be able to relax at Christmas and not have to focus on what I'm eating. As well as I want to be able to have like a drink. Like I bought a nice bottle of wine that I like. I've been saving for Christmas. I want to be able to have like a drink of wine. And just stuff like that, like making me feel a bit miserable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. In the meantime, I'm gonna just try my best. I'm gonna go for now, and I will let you know what the crack is. Probably in a few days or so, let you know what's going on. I think I'm gonna get something to eat maybe and go back to bed. I feel rotten, absolutely rotten. That's just the only way to put it really. I'm starving though. Starving, thirsty, tired, in pain. So yeah, fun times. I'm gonna let you all go. I hope you are all doing okay in yourselves, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.